Hello everyone, in this video, I'll be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Moeed Pirzada to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let's go through the key developments and insights in Moeed Pirzada's words. At this time, I have many developments in front of me. These developments are international in nature. We see that a dialogue has begun between Iran and Saudi Arabia, a serious engagement for the first time since the 12-day war between Iran and Israel. But right now, I am not going to discuss these developments. Instead, I want to focus on two sets of developments. One is related to Imran Khan in Pakistan and his sons, about whom we had been hearing for the past few days. Now it has been confirmed through a press statement by Miss Alima Khan that Imran Khan's sons, Qasim and Suleiman, will be coming to Pakistan to lead a new movement starting August 5th, 2025, marking the 2-year anniversary of Imran Khan's arrest and imprisonment. Before that, however, they will be visiting the United States. What is this all about? How successful could they be in the United States? What are they expected to do here? What do we know about this? What kind of countermeasures are being planned against them in Pakistan? What kind of challenges do they face? These are all key issues, and I have many related points in front of me. Then there's the issue of Google's warning. An email sent to 27 of us saying our channels could be blocked or removed. I will also discuss any new developments related to that, both in Pakistan and internationally. But first, I want to thank all of you, so many of you who responded to my last vlog about Google and YouTube. You left detailed comments and offered help, assistance, support and cooperation. Not only did you reaffirm your support in different forms, but many of you also texted me, emailed me, and gave various suggestions, ideas, and instructions about what we could do. I wanted to respond individually to many of you. But while traveling from New York toward Baltimore and Washington, D.C., we were getting continuous warnings about a dangerous thunderstorm and the possibility of flash floods. I have traveled this route dozens of times, and it's rained many times, but I've never felt fear. However, after seeing the damage flash floods caused in Texas, I noticed genuine fear and caution on the roads. On the New Jersey Turnpike, people were driving very slowly and carefully. I expected to see at least 6 inches or more of fast-flowing water in some places. But honestly, not even 1 inch of water was seen accumulated on the road anywhere, despite the elevation changes and constant rain. If this were Pakistan, especially on the Lahore-Islamabad motorway or GT road, you'd see many water pools and flooding. This I-95 route to the south had no standing water, and I'd love for any of you with engineering knowledge to comment on why US roads are designed so effectively to prevent water accumulation. Eventually, when I reached home, the power went out in the entire area. This is a new phenomenon. This is the second time in recent weeks this has happened. The power returned only by morning. In the meantime, no heating, no air conditioning, no internet, and everything was down. So, unfortunately, I couldn't respond to your individual comments, but now that the internet is back, I'll try to do so today. Now let's move to the sons of Imran Khan and the Tehreek-e-Insaf movement starting on August 5th, 2025. Miss Alima Khan held a 6 to 7 minute press talk about 24 to 36 hours ago. PTI's YouTube channel uploaded an extended 11-minute version of it. Before this press talk, her sisters visited Imran Khan at Adiala jail. Now, allow me to digress briefly to offer a suggestion to PTI's social media team. Recently, someone advised PTI's social media team to dub Alima Khan's videos into English instead of using her original Urdu voice and speaking style. The idea is that an English-speaking audience would understand better. But this is a flawed assumption, an assumption that has cost Pakistan's establishment billions of rupees over the last 20 years, trying to create English-language TV channels and media projects, all of which have failed. The reason is simple. You cannot translate ethos and substance just by changing the language. Now, even the people who used to watch and understand Alima Khan in Urdu are losing interest. Personally, it takes me 3 to 4 viewings of her English-dubbed videos to even understand what she's trying to say. My suggestion, upload the original Urdu video and separately either create subtitles or a dubbed English version. Don't replace the original with AI-dubbed voices. People will better understand and relate to the original. Returning to the main issue, Alima Khan said that Imran Khan's sons had previously wanted to come, but the family had prevented them, including Qasim and Suleiman. Now, they are coming of their own will, not because Imran Khan has called them. She clarified this because people were asking why he claimed his family was not involved in politics. They have now decided to lead this movement themselves, starting on August 5, 2025, the second anniversary of Imran Khan's arrest and imprisonment, 730 days. Before that, they will visit America, where they will likely meet important figures. Alima Khan also revealed that for almost 10 months, Imran Khan has not been allowed to meet his personal doctors, and it's been months since his political leaders have seen him. His family meetings have been reduced to a few seconds, and even the books he used to receive are no longer allowed. The military authorities seem to believe they can mentally break Imran Khan using psychological torture to collapse his spirit. Now let's look at what Imran Khan's sons might do in America. On July 15, 2025, a hearing is scheduled in Washington's House of Representatives under the Tom Lantos Human Rights Commission, which is co-chaired by Congressman Chris Smith of New Jersey. He has been representing New Jersey's 4th congressional district since 1981. This hearing was initially expected to cover transnational repression with a broad panel including ambassadors, activists and experts. However, the latest schedule shows only Zulfi Bukhari from the United Kingdom, a PTI leader, and a human rights lawyer will be attending. While the schedule leaves room for additional witnesses, sources familiar with the hearing confirm that Imran Khan's sons will not be part of it. So what will they be doing in the United States? Likely they will try to meet key American figures, congressmen, senators, media people. Success will depend on whether they have any structural support, such as backing from law firms or lobbying groups. Such meetings in the United States usually require significant preparation and groundwork. If they've done that, they could gain considerable traction, because nearly 100 senators and congressmen have taken notable positions on Pakistan in the past year. The two sons have also become more visible and active recently, and some parts of the secondary media are interested in them. A major breakthrough would be if a prominent United States media outlet or journalist interviews them regarding Imran Khan's 2 years in prison. Now let's consider what impact their arrival might have in Pakistan. When Interior Minister Rana Sanaullah was asked about this, he bluntly said that if the sons are part of any aggressive movement, they will be arrested. In Pakistan, aggressive or violent can mean anything. His real warning is, if they create problems, attract large crowds, or cause a nuisance, they could be arrested and deported. Now the question arises, what kind of movement is this Tehreek-e-Insaf launching on August 5th? As of the last 24 hours, PTI's official YouTube channel has uploaded a video suggesting the movement has already started in Rawalpindi, led by Sanam Javed. Then after May 9, 2023, things reached a breaking point. Then you saw that in 2024, once again, the party regained a bit of momentum after the election, and how much passion and enthusiasm there was in the election, how much excitement there was. So repeatedly, due to the crackdown on this movement, on Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf on its rank and file, as a result of that, and due to the dissensions that have been forced from here through coercion and by the power of the sword, as a result of that, the party structure has also broken down. It keeps getting rebuilt again and again. And in this whole process, a sense of fatigue and exhaustion is also clearly felt. As long as Imran Khan himself was leading in 2022, he inspired people. That poet of the East, Allama Iqbal, says, when belief becomes certainty, then chains are broken. Imran Khan had created that state of belief, that passion and conviction on that stage. But after that, I think it has to be said at this point that some mistakes were also made by Imran Khan, not the kind of mistakes that his critics accuse him of, but rather ones that a supporter, from an analytical perspective, can recognize. At some stage, especially during 2022 or between 2022 and 2023, Imran Khan should have made a political deal, the result of which could have led things in a different direction. I've always said, especially when the assassination attempt on him happened in November 2022, just 10 days after the martyrdom of Arshad Sharif on October 23, 2022. Then on November 2, 2022, Imran Khan was almost successfully assassinated. That was the stage where Imran Khan needed to assess that these people had now become so desperate that they decided to kill him. A very bizarre thing, a watershed moment. They crossed a major barrier. At that point, Imran Khan should have adopted a different approach. If he had removed himself from the political confrontation, even temporarily, and left Pakistan under the excuse of being injured, that would not necessarily have been surrender. It would have been a different strategy, a strategy through which he could have gained political space, communication space, and engagement opportunities. By engagement, I don't mean with Europe or Britain, but within Pakistan itself, with the decision-making classes. There could have been a different kind of engagement. This is my analysis. It's open for discussion. As for now, in 2022, there was a lot of momentum. Until May 9th, 2023, PTI, Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, showed great courage and activity, then they were dismantled. Even after the 2024 elections and in the months just before November, PTI showed a lot of activity. But there, Ali Amin Gandapur and several other PTI leaders made mistakes and compromises that became important, because at every stage where the right decision needed to be made, pressure was exerted and wrong decisions were taken. Compromises were made. It seems the PTI leadership had no sense of the big picture or the consequences of their actions. For example, much is said about Ali Amin Gandapur, how he failed to reach the Lahore rally, how he did not arrive at the Liaquat Bagh rally in Rawalpindi, how he disappeared instead of going to Dichauk, and later somehow ended up in Peshawar after a 12-hour journey. And all the compromises he made, he tried to play both sides. On one hand, he created optics for the public, led rallies, brought people out, even reportedly sold his property. But on the other hand, according to my understanding and analysis, he kept working on the instructions of those brothers, a euphemism for the establishment, which caused strategic and political damage to PTI. Now, PTI is at a stage where people do not have trust anymore. In this scenario, it seems that Imran Khan's family and supporters believe that if his sons Qasim and Suleiman appear here publicly, they will be able to attract crowds and breathe new life into the movement. We'll have to see which PTI leaders stand with them, welcome them, embrace them, and who say that Imran Khan's family is not our concern, our only leader is Imran Khan. That remains to be seen. But for both sons, this will be a big challenge. People say they speak good Urdu, but honestly, I haven't seen them speak it myself. Most of the discussions or interviews I've come across are in English. Until they are fluent in Urdu and have command over the language, it will be difficult to inspire the people of Pakistan. Also, they have no experience in politics because Imran Khan always tried to keep his family away from active politics. Even Halima Khan, his sister, only got a role under pressure from the current circumstances. Otherwise, when Imran Khan was Prime Minister, he had strictly forbidden his sisters from playing any political role. He had even warned party members not to involve his family in anything. Now let's talk about hopes. As I mentioned, there is hope that the sons might revive the movement. On the other hand, the regime, according to almost all analyses, not just mine, but dozens and even hundreds of others, seems to have made up its mind. The Sharif Zardari Asim regime has seemingly decided that they are either compelled or determined to recognize Israel once Saudi Arabia signs on the dotted line. And it appears that they have already committed this in recent meetings in the Middle East and America. Now, they are in what's called a delivery phase. They are telling the other side, who they're delivering for, we need your support too, because this is a very unpopular and controversial decision. As a result, they have political space to crack down on political parties and the media. And they are doing just that. They have been granted leeway because they are expected to do something big and difficult. That space allows them to further suppress political dissent and clamp down on media, including physical beatings and censorship. Let me add a small comment. Almost 10 years ago at the National Defense University, during seminars or panels I was invited to, I began to say that Pakistan must strategically start behind-the-scenes engagement with Israel to leverage international space. Because the way things were unfolding in the Middle East, sooner or later, Arab countries would be forced to recognize Israel and Pakistan would have to follow. I argued that if Pakistan had started engaging Israel back then, it could have led that process rather than being a follower behind the Arab world. There is no strategic advantage to the state of Pakistan in simply tagging along now. If there's any benefit, it's only for the ruling elite who may use it for their own narrow political interest. Now, regarding media suppression, since the regime has space to control media, Google and YouTube sent us an email. As I said in my previous vlog, we need to understand what the regime's real goals are. They manually block URLs of YouTube channels daily. They've blocked mine and many others. According to Grok, an AI platform, more than 1,000 URLs are blocked daily manually. They also try to control podcasters and vloggers in Pakistan because they're physically within reach. They can be picked up, threatened, sent Vigo vans. But those aren't the real strategic targets. The real targets are the vloggers and podcasters outside Pakistan. In Canada, the US, Australia, the UK. The goal is to shut them up, get their channels taken down. That's the regime's ultimate objective. Now, Pakistan-based vloggers are reportedly going to the High Court for a stay order. There's a strong chance the court will grant it, especially since the Human Rights Commission of Pakistan and Dawn's report observed that Judge Abbas Shah's ruling was very odd. He didn't cite any specific videos or objectionable content. It was a blanket judgment targeting dissenting voices, which is a strong legal point against the Constitution itself. So the court may offer relief with certain terms and conditions. For Pakistan-based vloggers, and even more so for those abroad, the struggle differs slightly. Now we must consider, what do we need to do moving forward? We need a vision, how to protect our voice and platforms. My vision, which I tweeted as well, was in response to a tweet by Congressman Rokana. He tweeted concern over what the military regime in Pakistan is doing to US citizens. I quote-tweeted him, outlining a vision. We must create political awareness in the US, with help from congressional teams, to explain that Google and Facebook are not just private corporations interested in revenue and profits. These are large American tech companies, answerable to Congress and the Senate, and they must be reminded that upholding the US Constitution, its values and freedoms, is their responsibility too, just like Twitter X did to a large extent. Twitter didn't chase just profit, it upheld freedom of expression. Of course, this is not easy, but it's not impossible either. We can make progress quickly. For instance, even though China restricts these platforms, Google and YouTube refuse to comply with China's demands. So why comply with Pakistan's? That wraps up our translation of Moeed Pirzada's video. I hope this English version helped you understand his message better. Please like, share and subscribe to Awami Lens to help our community grow. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this effort.